My GF, 32F. Needs space after I, 31M. Lost parent to suicide 6 months ago. We've been together for 7 years. I feel like we had an awesome relationship. I love this girl to the end of the world. She really is my person. I'd like to think I'm hers. I was going to marry this girl one day. Everything went to shit 6 months ago after my dad committed suicide. As you can expect, this hit us hard. She loves my parents as well, so she was definitely also affected. And she had a hard time seeing me in pain. I tried protecting her by distancing myself slightly on my bad days. A month ago, we had a chat where she mentioned that she needed my behavior to change. I was making her feel alone and undesired. I understood and took our chat as a wake-up call. I changed for the better to my old ways. She confirmed we were doing better and thanked me for it. Anyway, a week ago, my mom was admitted in a ward after an attempt. As you can expect, this hit me hard, and I fell back into my bad ways. I saw the panic in my GF's eyes. She wrote me a letter saying she loves me very much but needs space. She told me she needs time to reset her own headspace and needs me to do the same. She doesn't want to hurt me. She moved in with her mom. She can't tell me when or even if she's going to return. The drive to drop her off was terrible. I wrote her a letter back the same day. I apologized and told her me making her feel this way was never my desire. I feel horrible that she felt this way. Either way, I had a panic attack. For the first time in my life, missing her probably being the trigger, I'm terrified off losing her as well. Thinking about that is way worse than my parents. She freaked out when she heard about my panic attack. We're still communicating. She hopes the panic attack was my wake-up call. She was happy to hear that I was going to get professional help. She was open to joining my therapy sessions. She told me she needs me to get my life back on track, even if she decides not to return. I want to do everything to salvage the relationship, to get through this stronger. I'm not quite sure where to go from here. As I mentioned, we're still communicating. I asked her if she would be open for date nights on specific days while she's staying with her mom. She was going to think about it. Where do I go from here? Do I update her regarding my progress? Do I go less contact, no contact to give her space? All advice is welcome. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. I mean, what are your old ways? Like, what do you do for her to think it's so bad she had to leave? Something very traumatic not too long ago that'll make anyone lose their mind. Ope. Distancing myself to protect her from my grief. Not opening up. Less communication. Different sleep schedule. Coping with long work hours. She felt alone and undesired. Commenter 2. From where I stand, it sounds like she bailed when things got hard. Instead of supporting you through your grief, she abandoned and criticized you at your lowest. I also don't know how much you were neglecting in your life and if she had to shoulder too much burden on her own. But it sounds more like she just doesn't like you being sad, so she doesn't want to be around it from what you've written in your post. I really don't understand her upset over your panic attack and how that should be a wake-up call other than dealing with untreated depression and anxiety. Newsflash. I have major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety. I'm in treatment with regular weekly talk therapy and on medication. I still get panic attacks, so if the panic attack itself is going, it set her off. Probably a better idea to let her go so you can find someone who's more serious about being in a relationship with you. However, if she's been urging you to seek professional help and hoping the panic attack finally opened your eyes to seeking treatment, then I can understand where she's coming from. Oop, it's the second one. In my pride, I didn't want to seek treatment. I've been dealing with everything myself up to this point. I'm open for professional help now. Commenter 3. First of all, I'm really sorry for your loss. To give you advice, we need a little bit more of information. Are you in therapy for your dad passing? What were your coping mechanisms? What do you mean that you fell back into your bad ways? Are you using any kind of substance? Drinking? You should focus on you, not your relationship. There is no relationship to get back to if there is no you. Take this time to heal, to understand your feelings, to create a healthy coping mechanism. For what I understand, she was your rock, but a partner is not your psychologist. They shouldn't have to take the burden to take you out of a hole. They can be there for you, but your mental health is your responsibility and you need a professional to help you deal with it. OP. She was my rock indeed, No substances nor drinking. I wasn't in therapy due to my pride. I'm open for professor help now. I coped by working long hours and with digital entertainment movies, games, distancing myself from the relationship to protect her from grief. She loved my parents as well, so was also affected. I didn't make sure her needs were met. Commenter 4. If I were your girlfriend, I would be questioning my choice to be with someone who kept their grief from me, especially if I was also grieving. I would want to be sad with that person, not left all alone. I'm not saying that to guilt trip you, OP. My point is, you need to find a way to open up to her if you want to save the relationship. Therapy is definitely a good idea. OP, we're going to start therapy together. I'm also going to start solo therapy. I've asked her if she wanted to hear what we discuss. She told me she would listen if I had the need to share. So IDKs if she would actually like to hear it or is only doing so to help me. I don't know either if she would like to hear updates me from regarding my progress. ADK if you have any advice regarding the above or in general. Update April 2nd, 2025, almost 2 months later. So it's been pretty much 2 months since my GF moved in with her mom. In that time, and since my last post, a lot has happened. My worst fear in life came to pass. We had what felt like a great joint therapy session, where her counselor pretty much told us our relationship was very fixable. My GF said the first 5 years of our relationship was the happiest she'd ever felt. But she felt that in the beginning of last year, our bond started to decline, escalating massively after my dad's suicide and me closing off the world completely. What haunts me all day, every day, is that she admitted that she never shared with me how she was feeling, nor that she shared with me when doubt started to creep in. This completely baffles me, since during our 6-year relationship, my GF was always incredible, jealous, and insecure, needing weekly reassurance from me that I would never leave her, and if I started having doubts, to share it so we could work at it. She told me she didn't want to tell me how she was starting to feel since she was feeling pressure from everywhere to be there for me. In the meantime, I have heard from a neighbor and a few friends that my GF had vented to them about my behavior leading up to the breakup. I'm so disappointed she never shared this with me. We had a chat after our session. Her mind was made up on the breakup. She had lost the spark, she said. I invited her to work at it, try and find it again, but she declined. She agreed that what we had was very special and rare to find, but she didn't want to salvage it. That was a month ago. She found an apartment that she's going to move to 2 miles from our place. Over the last month after our official breakup chat, we have stayed in contact. I'm leaving the ball in her court, but always acting friendly and cordial. We've seen each other multiple times, and it's massively confusing. In a way, it feels like we haven't broken up. We're still acting like best friends. She still seeks my counsel and help. We give lingering hugs and kisses on the cheeks, but she's still moving out. I'm taking the time to work on myself. I joined the gym, started a new hobby, haven't played a game in 2 months. Got my routine fixed. She told me she was shocked by my transformation. I miss her so much, though. I haven't cried so much in all of my life. I truly feel like I lost a piece of my purpose. It also hurts to see that it seems like she's doing absolutely fine. She has changed massively in the sense that she has abandoned all her old hobbies. She was always a homebody with few friends, but all of a sudden has become a party animal with a friend group from work. I've picked up some flags during conversation that there's a good chance she'll rebound with one of those colleagues. I've also been reflecting and connecting some dots, and her joining that friend group seems to be the start where she started acting different during the last 2-3 months. A lot of my friends and mutual friends have told me to forget about her, but I don't want to give up. I truly want her back. She's going to move out this weekend, and I'm not sure if she will continue reaching out like she has after the move. Honestly, all advice is massively welcome. Where do I go from here? What can I do to increase my chances for reconciliation? Thank you. Relevant top comments. OOP responds to a longer comment about the aftermath of their relationship and how he plans to deal with the grief. OP, yes, I was going to ask her to marry me in 2025. Originally, I had it planned during our holiday in 2024, but then my dad happened. I'm just wondering, since it seems our situation was somewhat similar, I also have avoidant tendencies, which increase massively during my grief. It's perfectly possible that she was starting to get out before everything happened. When you started feeling this way, did you share this with your partner? Did you have a serious conversation or talk about this? Did you try to work at it together? If not, why? Just like your ex, I was completely caught off guard. I thought we were doing fine. I'm just trying to understand. OOP responds back to the same Redditor's comment on making healthy changes for himself, the emotional support, and how his shutdown has affected his GF. OOP, thank you. I'm just wondering a bit. You mentioned how you never seriously talked about how you were starting to feel when you started to fall out of love. Nevertheless, you admit by doing so, you never gave him a chance to change things or work at things during your relationship. People aren't mind readers. You kind of made the decision for him this way. No offense, but that's a bit selfish, no? I feel like GF has done the same thing. Wes. Either way, it surely sounds like he had a huge part in the breakup. Him not even fighting for you after the breakup pretty much confirms your feeling about him not really loving you. My case is a bit different indeed. Like I admit myself, I have avoidant tendencies at times and sometimes tend to be cold or distant, especially when I'm feeling bad. So I for sure had my role to play in causing the breakup. However, I was there for my GF during so many low points of her life. I supported her from her abusive ex. I supported and was there for her when she was unemployed for 6 months. I was there when she had to find 4 different jobs in 1 year. I was there when she lost her friend group. I told her all day, every day I loved her. I hugged her all the time. I listened how her day was. I would move mountains for this girl. I'm even helping her out post-breakup. I'm giving her rides. I went to get her meds when she was ill and bedridden. Those closest to me are calling me crazy for doing so. I'm trying my damnedest to get her back, but somehow she isn't seeing it or doesn't really care. Commenter 3. I bet money she's seeing someone. The best advice? Move on yourself. Cut contact. Otherwise, she'll keep you on the back burner for if her new fling doesn't work out. She's stringing you along hardcore and knows it. Commenter 4. You need to walk away. She's showing you who she is. Everything is on you to always regulate her emotions, even when you're dealing with a loss. Do you want to deal with that? Besides the fact that she clearly said she doesn't have feelings for you anymore, you need to give up on reconciliation and look for someone who can actually lift you up. You can do better.